pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes for the meeting on July 24th, 2014.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spiller?
Aye, motion approved. Second item is financials. Heidi, how are you?
Financials today include a revenue certification for the transit department for a Corsa reimbursement, appropriation transfer from the contingency account to return appropriations to the sheriff's office for web check expenses that were reimbursed and deposited into the general fund, supplemental appropriations for the Job and Family Service Public Assistance Fund, the Transit Operating Fund, and the Juvenile Courts CASA Fund. Cash transfers out of the general fund for portions of 2014 funding for court technology and CASA. Travel encumbrances for Clerk of Courts, Department of Emergency Services, Juvenile Court, and the Maintenance Department. Payment to EnviroCom for the Thompson Township Sewer Project for the Office of Community and Economic Development and the Department of Water Resources totaling $94,211.53. Payment to Burton Carton Shop for carpet shop for carpet replacement for the lobbies and hallways of the JFS building for the maintenance department in the amount of $20,028.94. Payment to Adventure Chrysler Jeep for the purchase of two 2014 Jeep Patriots for the Department of Job and Family Services in the amount of $21,258.50. Payment to Vitamix Corporation for the purchase of 15 Vitamix machines for the county offices in the amount of $2,985.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spiller?
Aye for all financials other than the Vitamix, if you could make a note on that. Okay. Okay, number 3 is going to be the County Board of Elections.
You guys want to come up and say anything?
If you come, if you come in, you gotta come up. No.
I don't blame you, I wouldn't want to come up here.
If you have any questions, I'll be happy to.
Okay, this is basically based on a hearing that we had last week with the Board of Elections, that this is just a follow-up to, it wasn't last week, I think 2 weeks ago. So if we could just do a read on number 3.
The Board of Elections is requesting the board authorize the Geauga County Auditor to establish a special revenue fund to be known as the Election Revenue Fund per ORC 3501.171, assigned to be used for the replacement of voting equipment.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spiller?
Aye, motion stands approved. Okay, the Department of Water Resources.
Morning.
Morning, how are you?
Jerry.
Good?
The first item here is for the contract with Liquid Engineering Corporation to do some maintenance within the water tower of our Bainbridge water system. They actually are scuba certified, and they actually go into the tower and do the work inside the water system. So we don't have to drain the tower down and do anything, and then go through the whole process of free chlorinating and everything.
So what's the temperature in that water in there? I
It's
just
around,
curious.
I would say it's around 60 to 65 degrees.
Oh, that's
So they're
cold.
in full scuba gear, and
Wow.
it's impressive to watch them do the job.
I mean, they moan
And
at the
they're-
Y when it's 84, so I can imagine at 60. Ooh.
How much water is that? Are those filled all the way, or?
Yeah, there's that tower is 500,000 gallons.
Wow.
Now they're putting a rod or something
Wait.
in that they charge, and
Yeah,
that's
it's-
to
it's-
protect
it
the
keeps it from rusting.
rusting on the inside.
Right. And it actually keeps us from having to at some point take it down and repaint the whole inside, which we'll have to do.
The inside's painted?
Yeah, or
Really?
well, it's
Co-
It's like
coated.
glass
Coated,
line.
coated
Not
with
paint-
something,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
It's not painted, it's coated.
That's interesting.
Could be
yeah.
words, could be algae based. Could be worse.
Okay, so I don't think for the $2,100 I would, seems like risky business.
For
Yeah, it's,
$2,100,
Yeah.
especially at 60. I mean, you could get really sick.
Yeah, well, they get
They're
into,
cold
they get
like
into
that.
full scuba gear and they're.
Yeah, that does keep you warm.
Yeah.
Huh. Alrighty, so if we could read number 4 then.
The Department of Water Resources is requesting the board approve and execute the service contract agreement with Liquid Engineering Corporation to perform underwater maintenance as it relates to the installation of one cathodic protection system of the Bainbridge Water Tower in an amount not to exceed $2,100.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Finn?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Motion approved, and then number 5.
Number 5 is an engineering contract with GPD and Associates for our Troy Oaks project. We did get approval from ODOT to run a force main across the causeway, across 422. So we're gonna be looking at turning Troy Oaks into a pump station and then upgrading Auburn Corners so that we can eliminate one. Excellent. Treatment plant.
Good.
Do you have any idea what the time frame is to do that? Just
As far as-
curiosity, it's not, it doesn't matter how I vote, it's just, they're gonna put a pipe along the causeway.
Correct. We are, well, the way we're actually gonna do that is we're gonna do the pipe first. Just to make sure there's no, we don't wanna go through a whole design process of designing everything and, getting everything up and running, ready to go with the pump station, and then wind up with some major issue, going across that causeway that we find out that one portion of that didn't get like the way it was supposed to be back in, the 40s or whenever, 50s, whenever that was built. We will be doing soil testing and all that as part of this to verify, but the problem with, when you do soil testing is you're picking every 500 feet or every 1,000 feet. You never know what could be right in the middle of it. Really, the only way to know what is in the middle of that is to dig the whole thing up. And that's when you go and put, if you're gonna dig it up, you might as well put the pipe in. So
So the
we're gonna
pipe is
start
actually
with
gonna go
doing
in the
design.
ground, it's not gonna go under the bridge or anything
No,
like
it
that?
is actually gonna go in the ground, and then at the point where it's at the bridge, it'll go
deeper?
down underneath the reservoir.
Oh, it will?
Yeah.
Okay, so,
It'll
yeah,
be-
that was my next
it'll be
question, it's not
encased,
going
so the
straight.
pipe, the carrier pipe that'll actually have the sewage in it will be inside another pipe under the water. So
You know-
if there was
Double.
ever was a leak on that force main pipe, it would be controlled by or contained by the carrier pipe or the
Wow.
pipe.
Because I know this last winter, if you went down the freeway, one of the force mains broke over the freeway in Cleveland, and I'll tell you, it was a regular car wash. I mean, it was flooding right around 55th.
Sewage?
Well, I'm not sure what it was, a few floaters there, but I don't know.
That's before you got rid of your old car.
That's when I had my own car. I didn't go with my new car. But it took them a while. You had to go.
Yeah, ODOT doesn't particularly like things hanging from their bridges, so that was one of their
Only
issues of wanting it to go underneath. And we've talked with Akron, and they seem very happy about this overall project.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
because it'll be eliminating one discharge point into their water system.
Nice, and then will they be able to put Troy Oaks in that too?
Yeah, that's what the force main will be for Troy Oaks Pump Station. We'll be turning Troy Oaks wastewater plant
Completely
into a
out.
pump station, and it'll pump over to our Auburn Corners plant. And we'll have, as part of this, we would upgrade the Auburn Corners plant.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, so number 5, if we could do a read on that.
The Department of Water Resources is requesting the board approve and execute the agreement between the Geauga County Board of Commissioners and GPD Associates for engineering services for the Troy Oaks wastewater treatment plant conversion in an amount not to exceed $117,848.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Motion approved. And then we've got the water resources again for number 6.
This is Megan Basiloni, who is our summer help. She's been an extremely productive over the summer here and helpful with us with Jamie Peck being out on maternity leave. She's kind of filled in. She had just finished college at the end of last year. She's going to be a teacher at Notre Dame. So
Yeah.
tomorrow starts her new teacher orientation, so today will be her
Oh,
last
good.
day. So she's requesting the resignation.
We could read number 7.
Second.
The Department of Water Resources is
Or
requesting the board accept the resignation of Megan Bessalone, summer help number 0101, to be effective August 5th, 2014.
All right, I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Speed?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spiller?
I motion approved.
Jerry? You're done, right?
Yes.
Thompson, wastewater treatment plant. I drove out there last week to see what's going on. What's going on? I mean, I saw some piles of dirt. you know.
They have actually finally started construction on that. All the shop drawings, well, not all the shop drawings, but the majority of the shop drawings have been approved. So they're able to start doing the work on the plant. We did have a concern with the property line, and that was verified by two separate surveyors that the property line of the Sidley property is in the right location. There was an issue, however, with that adjacent property owner, with the contractor utilizing their driveway to get their equipment back into the back. That contractor will be working with that property owner to fix any issues that they may have incurred with their driveway. And then the sewer line, they actually last week started the bores underneath the road.
That's what I was gonna ask you, because I saw there's a big hole on the square.
Right. That's for.
On the Thompson Square, there's a great big hole, and I'm thinking, they gotta be boring under these roads, and then they'll go back to an open ditch from the other side down to the plant.
Right, all the road crossings, whether it's the 528 or Thompson Road, including all the service connections, are all being bored. And that's the ODOT and the county engineer requirement.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jerry. Have a good day now. Okay. Okay. How are you?
Oh, Frank.
Hey, Frank.
Good morning. Last week, 2 weeks ago, we came before the board and talked about going out for bid. I'm happy to say that we went out for bid and we received a bid from PNC Bank for the $3 million on the safety center at 0.316. A new record. The history of all our bids on the second page, that's the lowest bid we've ever received. And that really is attributed to this board because we're very low credit risk and we have a solid, stabilized financial environment, which you should be very happy with. Because when you look at, we've got $3 million that we're going out for. We're gonna pay $9,480, which for $3 million to rent that money, which is very small. Very small. It's the smallest we've ever paid, which, John Connor is here, but we worked very hard to make sure that when we're out there trying to get these bids, we're working very hard, talking to the people all the time. How are you gonna bid? PNC, this is the first time they've ever bid on it.
Huh, that's interesting.
But that is the number, and it's,
Wow.
It's an outstanding interest rate. It's the best rate we've ever received.
Good job. Thank you, John. Thank you, Frank,
Thank you.
for looking out for Geauga County all these years.
Well,
We've
John lives
saved
in Geauga
millions.
County,
Yeah.
and, it's like we always say, we always look out for our own selves and make sure we're getting the best bang out of them.
Timing is everything.
Yeah, it is.
Timing, yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
timing is everything, and it's important, and it's important that we do this. So if you would have taken one step further and approved the two items, we'll be fine.
Yep, that sounds good.
The Commissioner's Office is requesting the board approve and execute the signature and no litigation certificate in connection with the $3 million communication system note, Series 2014. The Commissioner's Office is requesting the board approve and execute the communication system note, Series 2014, in the amount of $3 million.
I'll make those motions.
Second, Tim.
Commissioner Speed?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spiller?
I motion both
Good
approved.
job, Frank.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I always like to give them good news once in a while.
It's always good news when it comes to you. Okay.
Nice seeing you, ladies.
For the next item, I need to read an email I got this morning,
Okay.
the board's commission. This is from Glenn Vernon. Dave, I understand that I don't have much to say about this subject, but I wanted to express my feelings on the subject. Item number 9 on session today, truly hope the commissioners do not approve.
Right.
Yes, it sounds greedy, but whether I've been right or wrong, Colleen has sent me down the correct civilian path with many great success stories and kept me out of trouble. We have worked with each other with many items such as building, safety, insurances, and the list goes on, and always been a pleasure to work with, knowing it will get done correctly. She will be truly missed.
Boy, that's, can ditto that over and over again. Colleen has been the voice of reason and knowledge and experience to keep us in the right road, always,
I say,
always.
Coming here from the private sector 10 years ago, I could always count on Colleen if I had some kind of wacky idea. I see the eyebrow go up, I'm like,
Yeah.
uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I can't do
I
that.
think there's 2 more spots in that.
Colleen is top of the line.
Yes,
Top of the line. Yeah,
You have a lot of top of the line people now, I'll tell
Yeah.
you, very much so.
All right, if we could go ahead and read number 9.
The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board accept the retirement resignation of Colleen Lockhart, Human Resources Administrator number 1314, to be effective October 1st, 2014.
I'll make that motion.
I'll reluctantly second them.
Commissioner Speedy?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye, motion stands approved.
I think the old adage stands that you don't know what you have until it's gone. Once it's gone, then you know.
Yep.
Yep. Could be a lot of that coming up.
Okay, number 10.
Right.
Okay, that's
Oh, what's this?
The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve and execute resolution number 14-128, establishing the location of the August 14, 2014 regular meeting of the Board of County Commissioners to be held at the Department of Emergency Services.
We're doing that. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Speedy?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye, motion stands approved.
We are right about perfect timing for the
Okay, so. Then, what time is it there? It's 10.
We have like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, something like that.
And myself, we got 1 minute.
Okay. So the engineer's office is here for the public meeting at 10:20. If we have a motion to waive the,
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Speedy?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
motion approved.
Morning.
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 How are you? Good.
How are you doing? You? Good, good.
This is the public hearing to make some revisions, some updates to the specifications for our subdivision regs. There's three major items that we have updated in here of focus. One is how the funds are guaranteed, maintenance guarantee funds are held within the commissioners. The other item, we've updated the regs to follow along with the ODOT CMS revisions that have happened since the previous subdivision regs have been out. And we have also matched our subdivision regs regarding pavement, our cement stabilization requirements to match what we currently use on our local roads, so they all match up. That was the major, that's basically the big changes that have happened other than page numbering and such, so.
Yeah. Everything's standard.
Any questions or? So at 10:22, we go ahead and close the meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Yes,
Your roll
for
or no?
vote, aye, aye, aye. No.
Close the
That's it.
hearing.
All right.
All right,
Thanks.
thanks.
That was
Thank you.
easy.
Good thing you're close. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming by.
You just go right
In the
there.
future, you'll have to drive.
That's true.
Okay, for the acknowledgements, we had a weekly report filed by the dog warden. Small dog seized, impounded, redeemed, or destroyed for the week ending in July 23rd. And for the meetings, 8/6, we have preventing employment claims before they occur training, 2 p.m., 470 Center Street, Building 8. On 8/8, NOACA External Affairs, 8:30, Policy, 9:30, Planning and Programming, 11 o'clock in Cleveland. On the 12th, Commissioners will hold a regular session. Then on the 12th, the Planning Commission meeting at 7 in the Planning Commission meeting room, building right across the street. The Commissioners will hold regular session at the Department of DES on the 14th. Then on the 18th, Family First, 2 p.m. at the Mental Health and Recovery Services. On the 19th, the Commissioners will hold a regular session. On the 19th, County Home Annual Meeting. Then on the 25th, we have the Board of Revisions, 9 a.m. at the Auditor's Office. The 26th, the Commissioners will hold regular session. The 28th, the Commissioners will hold regular session at the fair. The 9/1 is the Geauga County Fair. 9/1, the county offices will be closed for general business due to the Labor Day holiday. And then the 2nd, the regular scheduled Commissioners meeting is canceled. With that, motion to adjourn.
So moved. Okay, so
Which
that's
building
not.
is